Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back, and today I am reading and responding to your assumptions about little old moi. Now I'm not quite sure where this whole concept started, but I've seen quite a few people do videos on this whole premise, and the very first person that I saw do it was Samantha Ravindal. So I'm assuming I'm gonna give her credit because that's where it started for me. And the whole idea is that you post I posted on the community tab here on YouTube. I also posted on Instagram stories and on Twitter, I think, yeah, asking you guys to post your assumptions, things that you assume about me behind the scenes. So what you do is read the comments and respond. People are just literally making statements about you. It's not a question and answer kind of video, but I do want to do one of those. I haven't done one in probably a year or two, a long time. So I think I'm going to use this video as the place to leave your questions for a Q&A video that I will do in the future. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to do that because, you know, I take forever to do videos. But go ahead and leave your questions down below. They can be about anything, and I will do a Q&A later on those questions. But this is all about the assumptions you guys have made about me, and I was a little bit apprehensive, to be honest, when I posted this. I was like, people are gonna come out their face and I'm gonna go off, and I didn't want to do that. So I was a little bit nervous about it. But honestly, going through the comments, none of them are bad at all. Like, there are a couple that are a little bit presumptuous, a little bit, you know, and we'll get to those. But they actually DM'd me on the side, and I actually got a few DMs on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, like on the low, trying to be in my business, like, but we're going to read through the comments from my community page, then we'll go to Instagram, and then last to Twitter. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, but you never know with me, it could be an hour long. So let's just jump right into it. So I came back to tell y'all that the video is about an hour long. So you're going to need a few snacks, a couple of drinks, your blanket, something. Just get cozy because it's a long one. So you've been warned. Told you. So the very first comment is not an assumption, it's actually a question, and she says, it's not an assumption, but I'm curious in a non-nosy way, what is your career? I don't know, you mentioned it and I'm curious. So I'm an electrical engineer, but we'll cover that more in the Q&A video if I get more questions on that. But just for reference, I'm an electrical engineer. So then her second comment was, my assumption is that you make more than your husband. I couldn't think of any, and this is the only one that came up. I hope I didn't hurt any feelings. Don't worry about my feelings. I really don't. I'm not very sensitive about things, so don't worry about hurting my feelings. I actually do not make more than my husband. Actually, we kind of, when we do our taxes, so this is when all the money comes out to play. You're like, all right, what you got hidden over in this corner? So when we equate our incomes, because like I don't have just one job. I have my profession that, you know, that's my day to day, my 9 to 5. I also have YouTube and other things that I do on the side that also bring in income. So when we pull everything together, he's the same way. It's a Jamaican thing. It's a West Indian thing. I don't know what it is. It's just a thing, okay? We have multiple jobs and multiple sources of income. So all together, we make about the same. He makes maybe just a little bit more than me. And when we started dating, he made a lot more than me, but we make around the same amount. So no, I don't make more than my husband. Now, there are a few comments that aren't quite assumptions or questions, so I'm just going to skip over those. The next one says, that you're the dominant one in your marriage. It's your way or no way. That's the only thing I got. I can see how that would be an assumption. I am very alpha female, and I had to marry an alpha male. There was just no way around it. I am not the dominant. I am dominant as hell. And I think I am dominant in certain aspects of my marriage. And I think he's dominant in certain ways as well. So I think it's a nice balance. And I like it that way. I could never be married to somebody who is weak. I could never. I don't want anybody that's going to allow me to step all over them, to control them, or to wear the pants. I've never been attracted to that. I like a strong, what? I need a strong man that will put me in my place, because I'm a lot and I need somebody who can ground me. So no, I'm not the dominant one. The next one says, my assumption is that you went to an uppity high school if you went to school in Jamaica. Yes and no, kind of. I went to Wilma's High School for Girls, or Wilma's Girls High School in Jamaica, and it's borderline uppity, but not really. To me, the uppity high schools was like Campion, which was like a money school, or Immaculate. That was a money school. I didn't really consider Wilma's an uppity high school, but it could have been. I don't know. Like, to me, it's kind of tethering on the cusp of uppity, but I don't know. You tell me. Is Wilma's considered uppity? The next one says, Lord, can't wait for you to read some folk. I don't have to read anybody because no one got out of pocket. It says, okay, my very specific assumption is that you can cook, but often make your husband do it when you don't feel like it. I am the cook in the house. I do the majority of the cooking. I cook 95% of the time. He cooks, and he cooks really well, but he doesn't like cooking very much, and I insist that he cooks certain meals. So he can make, I don't make stew chicken and I don't make fried chicken. Like, those are his specialties. So if we're ever in the mood for stew chicken or fried chicken, he has to make it, because I just can't. It's too good the way he does it. It's way too good. But I do 95% of the cooking. I cook every weekend, and then during the week I do the majority of the cooking. And I like cooking, so it's not a big deal for me. Next it says, I assume that you're down to try all different types of food and you aren't a picky eater. That is correct. I will eat and try just about anything. I am not picky at all. That's why I love traveling, because I will try all the foods. I am interested. And I think it's from growing up in Jamaica too, where we eat chicken feet and pigtail and cow foot, and it's like nothing grosses me out necessarily. The only things that I've said I will never try, I will never have dog or cat. I don't want any domesticated animals. I don't want any of that. And I also don't want to try bugs. So like beetles or crickets or worms and like them creepy crawly things. I don't want to try that at all. I have a thing about texture. Like, oh God, even though technically like cow foot have texture too, but I'm down to try anything. I will eat horse, kangaroo, ostrich, whatever. I will try it. I don't care. I will eat it. Maybe not squirrel. I might try some squirrel, to be honest. I will eat some squirrel probably. Next up, I assumed you were stuck up, but you're just confident. I don't agree with all your opinions, but I respect your delivery. I am a subscriber. So you assumed that I was stuck up. I get that a lot. Most people assume I'm stuck up before they speak to me, and I have that air about me. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, and I really don't care. I get that I'm intimidating a lot too, so I'm okay with it. It weeds out the weaker links, so they won't talk to me, and that's fine by me. Next one says, you're very educated. Very educated is subjective. I'm educated up to the point of having a graduate degree, and I recently got that, and I want to pursue more, but I wouldn't say I'm very, very educated. I mean, I love education, and I love school, and I love learning, but there is so much to know, and I'm so interested in knowing so much. So yes, and depending on how you look at it, I guess. I have 2 degrees, so I don't know how, I wouldn't say that about myself, but I don't know. Next, you're very blunt, but you're also caring. Those who are family and friends get the full you. YouTube is a hobby, therefore it doesn't break you or force you to act unlike yourself. You're funny, fun-loving, hard-working woman who enjoys nice things and don't mind working hard for what you specifically want. Oh my God. These are all compliments, all right? So yes, I am very blunt, and I I am so blunt to the point that I hurt people's feelings a lot because I just don't skate around anything I tell you like it is. I really don't have time to coddle you, or I don't have it. I don't have that energy. I'm trying to be different though. I'm trying to change that for 2019. I'm like, you can't just go around, and I'm like, you know what? Y'all need to just hear it. Y'all have people giving you certificates for participation. I ain't that type, so I'm very blunt. Yes, I'm also caring. I am, but not as much as this implies. I'm also working on that. I am working on my sensitive side and being a little bit more caring, but I don't care a lot about a lot of things or a lot of people. So I know it's terrible. I understand my deficiencies. It's fine. Those who are family and friends get the full you. Yeah, they actually do. They get me. I'm all me. YouTube is a hobby, therefore it doesn't break you or force you to act unlike yourself. Facts. I could care less about like putting on a show for you guys or changing or modifying my behavior or whatever for YouTube. Like, for real. For what? You're funny, fun-loving, hard. Yes. Do you think I'm funny? I'm okay. People have told me I'm funny. I am fun-loving and I am hardworking. I do like nice things and I don't mind working hard. So yes, assumption correct. Also, at first people think you're stuck up simply because you don't fool with anyone. It may take you a second or two to warm up to others. Facts. Big, huge, humongous facts. People think I'm stuck up. I've gotten that since I was a child because I am not the social butterfly. Like, I'm not going to talk to you first. I don't care. I'm not going to introduce myself. And I stand away in the corner and just, I'm very observant and I'm just over here. And so people see that as being stuck up. I also like don't just jump headfirst into friendships and get all talkative with people. I am not that type. I'm very standoffish. So I don't mess with you like that. Like, we're at a distance. Thank you so much. It takes me not just a second, a few hours. I listen, it takes me a while to warm up to people, for real. Next one says, I assume you don't want kids, although I'm not presumptuous enough to speculate why. I like how you approach that because I feel like the kids question is very touchy, especially for women and then women of a certain age. I'm 36, so obviously I'm getting that kid question left, right, and center, and I've been married for years now, so people are like, oh, when are you having kids? And I find that is very personal, and it's a private matter between somebody and their spouse or their significant other. It really isn't anybody's place to question somebody about the kid status and the kid situation, because you never know what people are going through. Like, I know a lot of people share on YouTube like their struggles with fertility and like they're trying to conceive and all this stuff. That is not something I would personally share, and I don't think it's anybody's business, honestly, truly. But to answer your question, you said you assume I don't want kids. That is not correct. Assumption, you're very assertive, and if someone makes themselves an ass at work, you mess them up in a very code switch way. Girl, what? I would listen, and they have come to know me. Do not mess with Tina. Do not come out your face. Do not come sideways, because listen, I am not the type to shy away. I know a lot of women try to like tone it down. No, you come at me, I'm gonna come at you, and I'm gonna come at you real strong. So you better come at me with, listen, I don't play at work. I don't. Another assumption, many men are very excited by you and another set are scared. Facts. This is factual. There are a lot of men, it's weird, that are attracted to me just based on my presence and my aura, and I guess I got a little sex appeal. No, not really. All right. I'm gonna say this. I am a flirt, or I speak in ways that people would interpret as flirting. Like, a lot of people are like, ooh, she into me. I'm like, nah, I just make those sexual comments. I make a lot of sexual comments. It's like my thing, and I'm the person that will make the innuendos and all that stuff. That's me. And so people, I don't know, men don't get that a lot from women. Not a lot of women are just open with their sexuality and just having fun and joking around with the guys. And so some men are very attracted to that. But then some men are so intimidated by me because they're like, oh crap, if I try with her, she's gonna tear my heart out. She's just gonna embarrass me if I even try. But you know what? It weeds out the weak links. Like, if you're not strong enough to approach me, then don't. Then just get out my face. Then she says the last one, you never look crusty and busted. Girl! That is a lie. That is not correct. That is untrue. I try not to look crusty and dusty and busted online. Like, that's not how I present myself. And you know, you edit this stuff, so it's not like you're gonna come on here looking busted, right? But some of y'all have met me out here in these streets. Y'all have seen me out here and you're like, is that I think I know her, but I'm not sure because she's looking a little bit jagged, a little bit rough. Because on the weekends, listen, I don't wear makeup, okay? I barely wear a bra. You lucky if I'm in a bra. Only if I'm in polite company am I wearing a bra. So I'm out here in rusty, dusty ass sweats and Uggs looking, listen, I just look like I rolled out of bed. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I do go out looking crusty and busted. But like, not in an unkept kind of way. Like, I always shower before I go outside. It's just a thing that I do. I brush my teeth, I brush my hair, but I'm not necessarily like to the nines, you know what I mean? So maybe I don't look busted, but I or crusty, but I'm not all the way together. I'm not all the way together. Next one, I assume you don't have kids. I'm a newer subscriber, so I don't know if you brought that up before. No, I do not have biological kids by myself, like from a womb, from a uterus, but I do have 2 stepdaughters from my husband. One last one, okay. A man has got to be very strong but classy and walk a fine balance to be with you. Factual again, yes, valid. He has to be very strong. Like, come on, be strong. Be like dominant. Be out here being an alpha male. Yes, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Hello, can I get an amen? And yeah, he does have to be classy as well, because listen, I'm going to take you to work functions. I'm going to take you here, there, and around my family. There needs to be a balance. You need to know when to class it up, when to get vulgar, and when to put the pause on somebody. Like, we out here, so I need somebody that's like me. And actually, I married that exact person that's just like me. Next one says, when growing up, you were the ringleader when getting into trouble. You don't know my life. You don't know me. Yes, I was. I got blamed for everything. Everybody thought I was a leader, leading people astray, which, yes, I guess I was. Yes, I was. I was always dominant, all right? I can't help it. So, yeah, I got people into... I didn't get them into trouble, though. Like, we didn't really get into trouble. I was still a good kid. As much as I was outgoing and like, doing the most, I was still a really good kid. Okay, next. You're cheap towards everything else but makeup. You are scandalous. Yes, I am. All right? I am. I wouldn't call me cheap, though. I am frugal. I do not, like... I don't know, like, I've never been into expensive things. I'm into nice things that look nice, but they don't have to be expensive for me. You know how people on YouTube get money and then they get the luxury cars and they get the Cartier bracelets and they get the Gucci belt? Like, it's like, that's what you get. I have never been into those things, and in fact, it's funny because my car is going on, I think, 12 years old right now. Yeah, I've had my same car for 12 years. And my husband has gone through 4 cars since we've been married. So that's 7 years, and he's gone through 4 cars, and he's Mr. Luxury. And he's the one with the Louis Vuitton belts and the Gucci belts and the Prada shoes. And me... I have a Louis Vuitton bag. I don't even wear it because I just wear my little cheap bag. I don't care. I have red bottoms. I wear them occasionally. I do like the style that I have. but like I don't feel the need to go out and purchase more. I just like shoes that look cute, and they could be $5 or they could be $1,000. It's just, I don't care about that. I just care about how it looks. And to me, you can buy the cheapest thing, and once you wear it, like people always be like, oh, I like your style, and I'm like, I got this at Target for $5. Thank you so much. I just like putting things together, making them look good, but they don't have to be pricey. So yeah, I guess I am cheap. And towards makeup, I am kind of cheap with makeup too, because I ain't out here buying all the Chanels and stuff. So I am I'm just frugal. I just prefer to be practical with my money. I assume you were one of the popular kids in high school. I don't know. I think I was, but I wasn't at the same time. I was popular just because I was loud and out here, and I was the skinny, coolie girl at school, but I was popular in my year, and I was popular with some of the other people, but yeah, I guess I was popular, but I wasn't like one of those popular kids that everybody knows. I was just, yeah, I was cool. Next one, you love spicy food. What? I'm Jamaican, of course I love spicy food. This is true. If it's not spicy, it's not for me. I love spicy food, love it. Like, my nose has to be running, my eyes burning, watering, like my lip tingling. That's how I love my food. I love spicy food. Okay, I'm assuming you're comfortable in your skin and could care less what people assume about you. Facts. I don't care what you assume, because your assumptions make a ass out of you and me. I don't care what people think. I really don't. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, because I could care less what people think, but to the point where it could be to my detriment, because maybe I need to put on a more polished demeanor sometimes, but I don't care. Yeah, you're right. I also assume that if you ever had kids, you would want a girl mini you to pass on all your love for makeup and fashion. Kind of. I would prefer to have a girl just because it would be easier for me, but I kind of want one of each, a boy and a girl. And I was a tomboy growing up, and I would want my girl to be a tomboy. I was not into fashion. I guess I was kind of into fashion, but not really, like, not like that. I like dressing nicely, but it wasn't like it had to be fashion. Like, I wasn't a fashion forward person, and I was a tomboy, so I wasn't into makeup. I literally started wearing makeup and doing like the really girly things at like 25. So she would probably be a tomboy before she got into the girly stuff, to be honest. I assume you have a bigger heart than you lead on, and you're a total softie when it comes to your husband. First part, I am working on being a kinder, softer, gentler person. I am really trying. I am trying so hard. But the second part is, yeah, I'm a complete softie when it comes to my husband. Yeah, he gets the soft side, as it should be, you know? But I am working on delivering that to everybody else. Okay, I think you were shy when you were younger. Yes, I was so shy. I still am extremely shy. You would never assume that, but I am extremely shy. And it comes off as standoffish. Like I said, I'm in the corner like by myself over here. I don't go up to people. If you come to talk to me, I have no issues. I might stutter a little bit, honestly. Like, I will freeze up and stutter and mumble my words, but I open up over time. But I was very shy as a kid. So shy. Oh my God, you're right. Next one says, because of how detailed and thorough you are in your product reviews, I assume you are OCD, at least in work. Don't get me wrong, because I really do love and appreciate your honest reviews. You're willing to call a spade, and that takes guts and confidence. I'm not offended, so don't worry about that. But I am not OCD at all. I'm just detail oriented. I don't get down to the nitty gritty, things have to be a certain way or anything. No, I'm just very detail oriented, and I need to have everything laid out, facts, point by point. That's just how I am, because I want to give you the best kind of review. And that's just how I am. I've always been that way, but I'm not OCD at all. At least I wouldn't consider myself that. You're very empathetic and soft-hearted. No. I told you I'm working on myself. I'm not empathetic at all, to the point that sometimes it scares me, and I'm like, where is that side? Like, my brain doesn't work like that. And I'm like, come on. You have got to be more empathetic and soft-hearted. Stop it. I am not. And I wish I was. And I really am trying. I am really trying. And I don't necessarily want to be overly empathetic because it's just not my thing, but I need to be more of that, honestly, truly. Next one. My assumption is that you only speak English and no other language. Official language, yes, I only speak English, but I do have my Jamaican dialect, and that's our patois, and it's different because you won't understand me if I speak it. And I love that because at work there are a lot of Jamaicans and I can talk about people to their face and they don't even know that I'm talking about them. Hey! I assume that you got everyone into trouble as a kid but always talk them out of it. I didn't get in trouble as much as you would think as a kid, and that's probably because I didn't have parents around, which sounds weird, right? But I didn't live with parents. Okay, that sounds very weird. I didn't grow up, wow. I didn't grow up with adults necessarily, so I didn't really get in trouble, but I also was a very good kid, but I did get people in trouble because I was the ringleader. But we had fun. It wasn't nothing crazy. We was good. But so yeah, you're kind of right. I know you're bossy and I love it. I assume you have a lot of perfume. I want you to do a perfume collection. Love you, Tina. Love you too. I do not have a large perfume collection. Believe it or not, I stick to very signature fragrances and I like to go through them and I repeat them. So I guess I could do a perfume collection. Is that something you guys would be interested in? I personally don't watch perfume collections because I could care less about what people use for perfumes. But if you want to see that, let me know. Let me know. I might do it. I assume that grammatical errors in comments bug you. Yes, they do. It's a pet peeve of mine. I hate grammatical errors and I hate them even more when I do them. Because you know, you're typing and stuff and like you might leave out an apostrophe or you might spell a word wrong. Oh my God. Or you might use the wrong word. I hate when people use you are and spell it your. I'm just like, I will choke you. I can't. Yeah, it drives me nuts. But I also make my own mistakes, so I try not to make it bother me too much. But I really hate it. I really, really hate it. Oh my God, it does drive me nuts. Yes. You're the boss in the relationship. You know how to soothe your husband's ego, but at the end of the day, you run shit. I like where you're going with this. I do know how to soothe his ego. I am a little bit bossy. And I do kind of end up running shit. Oh. But I'm not opposed to letting him run shit too. So, because he's strong and I am confident in his abilities, so we kind of balance, kind of. Next one, you grew up very spoiled. No, ma'am. No, I did not. At all. And I am happy about that because I had what I needed. I had my basic necessities. I had food, shelter, clothing, but I didn't get everything that I wanted. In fact, I barely got anything that I actually wanted. Like I got one Barbie doll my entire life growing up. I think I can probably count how many dolls I had. I had probably like 3 dolls and just one Barbie. And you know how me have to beg for the Barbie? I begged so much. But we didn't grow up with money. We were not necessarily poor, but we were not, no. We survived because my mother busted her ass to provide for us. She was a single mother. My dad is trash. He did not, like, in the divorce agreement, he was supposed to maintain us. He did not. I had to call him and beg for lunch money to go to school. So he was trash and she had 3 of us and she had to provide for us. So I knew money was tight. So I didn't even ask for many things because I knew I couldn't get them and I didn't want her to feel guilty about not giving me that stuff. So as long as I was fed, the lights were on, I had a bed to sleep in, and I shared a room with the housekeeper. I probably can get into how I grew up, but I shared a room with the housekeeper. My brothers had their own room, so we were never wanting or needing anything because like I said, my mom really worked hard to provide for us. But it wasn't a housekeeper in that, oh my God, you had a housekeeper, you were so rich. But we needed an adult there to stay with us because there were no parents there. Again, I can get into that whole thing, but so we had a live-in housekeeper that pretty much my mom paid to watch, like to take care of the house because we were kids. So yeah, so I wasn't spoiled at all. I didn't listen. I got one pair of shoes for the whole school semester. I had one bag, and I had like 3 shirts and 2 skirts to wear to school for the week. So, and I was good. Like, I was good. Okay, this one says there are no assumptions, but I love your channel. But then she does kind of make assumptions. She says, I do feel that in comparison to your yesteryear videos that you have fallen out of makeup a bit. I love your tutorials because your shadow game is strong. Wish we could get more of that. Thank you so much. Yes, I've fallen out of love with makeup. I'm not as in love with it as I used to be. I do like it still. Like, I do enjoy makeup. I do have fun with it, but I don't wear as much of it. So yeah, I have fallen out of love with makeup. Here's this one. She said, you ready, Feet? You ready? This was the only sassy one. She said, you secretly are jealous of all the YouTubers who got big while you stayed a humble sized channel and put in just as much work. I was like, ooh, ooh, hello? No, I'm not. Thank you so much. I am happy with my channel size, and I am not jealous of the larger channels at all. I don't know if you, I personally do not like the people that have the bigger channels. I don't like the people that they are. I don't like what they become. I'm not jealous of their lifestyle. I'm not jealous of any of that, because a lot of them suffer from anxiety, depression. They're going through all these health issues. Like, they have so much going on, because I don't know if you guys realize how much stress comes from the fame and being like on top. There's a lot that comes with that, and it can really be damaging to your health. And I don't need none of that energy at all. Like, at all. I don't grudge. Me no bad mind them. I don't grudge them for none of it. None of it. And yeah, you can probably say, oh, the money. But like I said, I'm not into like that money lifestyle. Like, I like to travel. I do that now. I'm not like grudgeful of any of that. Like, I'm okay with the life I'm living. Like, I'm good. So it doesn't bother me at all. I really don't care. But as much as it seems glamorous at the top, it really isn't. Like, if you think about the biggest person here on YouTube, Jeffree Star, that's making millions of dollars, okay? He's very unhappy, and you can see that he's miserable. And I know he tries to put on this brave front, but you can tell he is not happy at all. Just how he has to fight online every time with people, he's not happy. And I'm good here where I'm at, so no, I am not. Thank you so much. Yes, goody. I can't. I love Jamaicans so much. I love my people. Oh my God. So I'm gonna read it the way she says it. She say, yes, Goody did a good girl at high school. She did bright, bad, I'll skip grade. Don't have no assumptions, but do it, Tina. Looking forward to this video. Yes, good girl. Big up yourself, Lord Jup. I was a good girl in high school. Me didn't know you in high school. Tell me didn't know you yet. I was a good girl in high school. I did skip a grade. I love school, love learning, so I put a lot into it. And yeah, good girl. Yes. My assumption about you is that you're classy on camera, but you're real feisty in real life. Child, I really tone everything down here on camera. I am so vulgar. I curse a lot, and I'm a lot in real life. I do try to tone it down a touch on camera, but yeah. I assume you're someone with a curious mind who reads a lot. I do have a curious mind. I love learning. I love reading. I used to read so much more, and I'm trying to get back into that now. But yeah, you're right. You're right. One person said they didn't have any assumptions, but they wanted to see a Q&A video, so feel free to leave your questions down below like I mentioned in the start. All right, you're successful in your own right. No man has given you the step up, and you've done it all on your own. Correct. That is correct. I have done all of this on my own. I haven't had anyone like hand me anything. I've worked hard for where I am in life. So yeah, no one had to give me anything. No one had to give me the step up. Like I've earned my keep. I've earned my way through. All right, first of all, I have to say, I love you, Tina, a long time. Love you, girl. I'm so proud of your accomplishments you've made by working your butt off as a Jamaican woman and reaching your goals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, with that being said, I assume that as organized as you are, some part of you is messy. Like maybe your closets are messy or you don't wash the dishes, something you're messy. Oh, you mix up, sir. You're very mixed up and terrible. I'm the type of person, to be honest. All right, you ready? I'm the type of person that will make a mess throughout the week and then clean up on the weekends. Like, I will put my clothes, like my clothes right now, you can't see it, I ain't gonna show you, like my clothes, I put them over here on the chair, and then I fold and hang things and put things in the laundry at the end of the week, which is a hot mess. I do my dishes because I don't want no roaches, I don't want none of that, and I do take out the garbage and all that. I'm just more of the person that I will put clothes in a certain area, clean them up at the end of the week versus like putting them away same day. And I've mentioned this before, and it's funny, I will drink, like I have empty glasses all around. Like I'll have 2 or 3 glasses always floating around, and that's as messy as it gets. And it's funny because I'd mentioned that in a previous video, and I went on what a guru gossip or whatever, and somebody was like, oh, she's messy because she mentioned that she leaves glasses around, and I just can imagine how dirty she is. And I'm like, because I have an empty glass around, like empty, like not with roach or residue and all of that, and that you worry about. But you know what, leave people to themselves. What is empty? Like, calm down, sweetie. But no, I'm kind of messy in that way, but I have to clean up at the end of the week. I just can't. Maybe I'm just fast, but my assumption is that you don't want kids, but you're satisfied with your bonus kids. Incorrect. Not gonna go more into that, but no, that's not true. I assume you were rich. Girl, I survive. I am not rich. And I don't necessarily, money is not the thing that I chase in life. I chase happiness and experiences and like just having a good time and living your life. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna run down money. But no, I'm not rich. I don't necessarily wish I was either. I just want to be comfortable, like more than comfortable, where I can do things without having to struggle. But I'm not like a money chaser. The next one says, hey Tina, this ain't no assumption but facts. You make a lot of money, which you went to school for, and you got degrees to back it up. Assumption, you'll smack a bitch if they get out of line. Back in the day. Alright, I make decent amount of money, and probably compared to a lot of people, they would consider it a lot of money. But in New York, you got to make a certain income, and you better be on that double income life to really live a comfortable life. So I make decent amount of money, and I did go to school, and I worked my ass off to ensure that I would make a decent living. And I do have the degrees, yes, and I want some more because I want y'all to call me doctor. I might just get a PhD. Like, seriously, I've considered this. This is so shallow, but I literally want people just to call me doctor. I will do the work just for that. I know, don't judge me, you know my life. Assumption, you smack a bitch if they... I will cuss you out quick, fast, and in a hurry. I won't necessarily fight you. Not even back in the day, because honestly, truly, you're not worth a warrant for my arrest. Like, I am not out here trying to bail myself out for nobody. I am good on that, but if you act up, I am not afraid to fight you. I am not afraid at all. You live in Long Island instead of New York City because it's less busy and closest to work. You want to buy a house soon, or you did recently. Oh, yes enough. I live in Long Island because I don't like New York City. I don't like New York City. I hate that it's so busy and just enough and low. It's so loud and it's so stink. It smells so bad. I don't care what anybody says. New York City smells. It's loud. Too much traffic. I don't like that life. So yeah. And yeah, I work on Long Island, so it's better to live close to work. You want to buy a house soon, or you did recently? Yes. I sort of imagine you in daily life walking about all perfectly put together, all things to do on the to-do list in order, desk completely organized, and people look to you to fix it, make it work. No nonsense. When it comes to those close, you're fun and loving. Yes and no to all the above. When it comes to those who are close, I'm fun and loving. Yes, very fun, very loving. But not just the people that I'm close to. Like, I'll still be fun and loving to other people, just not like lovey, like too loving, like too soft, like too, no, I'm gonna really get in at that. I'm put together. I like to be organized. I like to be like all the way together, but I'm not OCD about it. So I don't have like a to-do list. My desk is organized, but it's not the neatest. Because of the job that I do, it's never gonna be like the cleanest, neatest thing, because I have so much going on at any given time. It's never gonna be the most organized. And yes, people do look to me to fix it. They come to me for solutions. I help them make it work. So yes, that is a fact. I assume that when it comes to your career and profession, you work way harder than most of your viewers would ever know. By this, I mean you're clearly well educated and appear to have a successful career, but it didn't come without putting in hard time and long days. You're always pushing to better yourself and excel in your work assignments because of how hard you work and because you're good at what you do. I like that. Yes, I work hard. A lot more than you guys probably assume or know. I bust my whole ass at work, all right? I am one of the highest earners at work. I am one of the people that puts the most work in. And I actually really love what I do. And I do go above and beyond. Like, I really work hard. And a part of it is pride. The thing is, growing up, like, people are like, oh, you have a pretty face, so you're gonna get by on that. I hated that whole thing. No, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna be the best and I'm gonna achieve the most because I'm working hard, not because of my looks. And I've always pushed. I push hard. Like, I really go in. The next assumption, you live with extended family. No, at all. I live with my husband. That's it. You prefer eating at home instead of going out. Yes, absolutely. I don't enjoy going out to eat. I really prefer cooking what I want because it's just what I do. All right, you will have a PhD. I really want one. I think before my life ends, I will have a PhD. Yes, we're gonna do it. You buy high-end makeup and don't care much about drugstore. I've gotten more into drugstore makeup lately, but I prefer higher end makeup. That is true. But I do also like drugstore. Some drugstore, not all drugstore. Some drugstore. Just because the drugstore has elevated lately. So I do prefer high end, but I do like drugstore too. You will retire in Jamaica. Nope. No, not retiring in Jamaica at all. No, at all. No, Jamaica, There are some things in Jamaica that I don't need to go back to. No, I assume you're very good at your job and have a take charge attitude and you're a very sociable go-to person. Yes. I'm sociable, but I don't like to socialize. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense, but yes. This one here is the last one in the YouTube comments. It says, I assume you were told that you were beautiful from a young age, so much so that you internalized that vivid truth, hence the name of your channel, The Fancy Face. No, actually. I grew up in Jamaica. The Jamaican culture is a little bit different. My family is extremely different in that no one would tell me that I was beautiful or that I was pretty or that I was cute. We had none of that. In fact, I was called ugly more than anything. My older brother, what a jerk. That jerk would tell me my eyes were big, my nose big, I'm ugly, I'm a maga, and I was just like, you know what? You're gonna leave me alone. Woo! I was the baby girl in the family. And I have mainly male cousins and 2 older brothers. They gave 0 F's about my confidence, all right? No one told me I was pretty. And my mom was never that person either to tell me that I was pretty. So I never grew up with that. But I also never felt that I was ugly. I knew I was skinny. I know I was awkward looking. Like, I looked awkward as hell. And I'm okay with that. But I was always the kind of person that I just viewed things as facts. Not that they were good, bad, or indifferent. I just knew things were factual. Like, I knew that I was good looking. I knew I had a face that appealed to a lot of people. I knew that I had a face that people found attractive. I knew that. Even though when my family would tell me I was ugly, I still knew that just based on how people responded to me and looked at me. So I knew that. It was just knowledge. It wasn't something that was, oh my God, look at me, I'm so cute. No, it was just knowledge. And to this day, I still know that. And it's not a matter of being conceited or full of myself or anything. It just is what it is. And I know that I have a certain look, and I'm okay with that, and I'm fine with that. I acknowledge that, and I own it, and that's probably why I'm confident, because I just own it. It's not something that I used to think I'm better than people, or, you know, it doesn't give me this upper hand. Sometimes it does, and to me, use it to your advantage. If you know your looks can work to your advantage, then use it. Why not? I mean, come on now. If I know I can get my way just because of how I look sometimes, depending on what it is, if I can get that discount just because I smiled with you, I'm gonna smile with you. But it's not something that makes me feel better than. It's just a knowledge, and it's okay to have that knowledge that you have features that appeal to people. It's okay. All right, now we're gonna switch over to Instagram. This video is way long, so let's go ahead. I'm just gonna add this part right here in the middle because some people, a couple of people, have messaged me on Twitter, on Instagram, and in Snapchat asking me about the status of my marriage and my relationship. Y'all, don't do that. Don't do that. So the messages start out like, oh, you know, I know it's probably none of my business, which if you start out with that, it probably isn't any of your business. But they start out with that and they're like, you know, I was just wondering, I haven't seen you wearing your ring, so I'm just hoping everything is okay. So it's not necessarily coming from a malicious place or a vindictive place, but it is very intrusive. And it is rude, really and truly. I know you probably didn't mean it to be rude, but that is kind of not your place to ask people about their personal lives like that. Because you never know. What if there was really something going on and y'all made that person feel weird about it? You know what I mean? My ring was getting fixed because a couple of the diamonds fell out, and so I wasn't wearing it in a couple of videos. Should I just not wear it in a couple more videos? So, you know what? I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna wear it when I feel like and wear it here or there so that y'all can keep assuming. But I just found that very intrusive, and I'm like, even if there was something going on, I would never tell strangers on the internet. Never. So there's that. But please don't do that. That I can just imagine like how Jaclyn Hill felt, or these other huge YouTubers that have gone through that. Like, I didn't even like, I wasn't even doing nothing, and here it comes, and I'm like, please don't do that. It's not right. Just thought I'd just put that here, right smack in the middle. Okay. Assumption. Very intelligent and professional, but will gather someone all the way together if they get out of line. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will gather you all the way. I will. Listen, you know I will, right? You know I will. You love kids but don't want to have any. No. You went to an Ivy League school for engineering. No, actually I did not. I wanted to go to MIT, but the price, them did set up. I was like, ooh, no. I wanted to stay local so I could save money. I lived at home while going to school, so I didn't go away to school. I actually went to school in New York City. That's where I went to school, and I got their highest scholarship. It wasn't a completely full scholarship, so I still had to take out student loans for like books and stuff like that, but I got a pretty significant scholarship, and I did want to go to like a more prestigious school, but honestly, truly, it doesn't really matter, especially for undergrad. It doesn't really matter in the engineering field. In other fields, it definitely does, but for like engineering, it wasn't like a big deal. And I went to a pretty good school. It wasn't an Ivy League, but it was still a good school. I assume you think you're smarter than most people. Excuse me? Hello? No, actually I don't. I assume I am more logical and pragmatic than a lot of people. I do think that. And I think I have just a different way of thinking than a lot of people that I've encountered in my life. But I know for a fact that I'm not smarter than a lot of people. And regardless of how intelligent you are, how much knowledge you have, there's always something you don't know. And there's so much I don't know. There is so much I do not know. Like, there's certain people that have areas of expertise, and I'm just like, wow, astounded. And that's why I want to go back to school. I keep wanting to earn more degrees and just learn more. And I like reading, and I like speaking to people that are experts in their field, because I love when people just impart their knowledge on me. I love that so much. But I do encounter a lot of people that I'm like, really? I don't think I'm smarter than them. I just think I think differently. Like, I have more of a whole picture kind of way of thinking than I just zone in on one thing. So no, I don't think I'm smarter than people. You always speak your mind and you don't take shit from anyone. Facts. I speak my mind, which again, I'm working on myself, because that's not necessarily a good thing all the time. But I don't take shit from people. No, I don't. Like, who you no, we don't know. You seem extremely confident and are afraid of no one. Correct. I'm not afraid of nobody. My back broad. We are gonna fight. You're fun to party with. People, yes. I have gotten that. Because, yes, if I'm not there, people are like, when you come in, what's going on? I really find social events very draining, because I'm always the one that's entertaining other people, and I'm like, I really don't want to entertain you right now. I really can't be bothered. But yeah, I'm fun loving. You always liked science and knew you would have a career in a STEM field. Yes. In fact, you know, when growing up, people are like, what did you want to be or whatever? My only thing that I wanted to be was a scientist. I did not know what that meant, but I just knew I wanted to be a scientist in any capacity at all, whether it had to do with physics, chemistry, computer science. I just know I wanted to be in the STEM field. So yeah, you're absolutely right. From Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, Lacey, yeah, I'm putting you on blast. I'm calling you out. She said, you're ride or die for the people you love the most. Absolutely. Ride or die. We need to go fight. I'm here. Let's go. I am available. You seem like a person who is not too easily intimidated and who says her mind. Yep. I am not intimidated at all. I am more fascinated by people who are like powerful or knowledgeable. I am fascinated by them and I want to know more, but I'm not intimidated. Like, you're not better than me. Who are you? You're human just like me. You bleed just like me. So I'm not intimidated, right? And I do say what's on my mind. You're very positive. How do you keep yourself upbeat through challenges in life? That's a question. And you think I'm positive? Oh, child, if you only know. Next one says, you're enough, but you're my kids and I favorite YouTuber. Enough bad like dirty water. Yeah, you're right. Enough bad, but thank you. A few more children questions. Apparently, everybody thinks I don't want to have any children, which is, this one says, is totally fine. You leave the kids out of it. You would be fine if you never had to film another YouTube video. When I tell you that this just hit the nail on the head, that is a fact. If I never filmed another YouTube video, it would not bother me one bit. Literally, I come back to YouTube because of you guys. That's literally why I come back to YouTube. And I needed a justification for all the makeup that I have. Because honestly, I do. Why would any person, just regular schmegular person, need all this makeup? So I need a justification and I come back for you guys. But honestly, I could take YouTube or leave it. I do not need to film one other video. I really don't care. I know it sounds bad, but I don't care. L says, I'm calling you out to L. L says, you're planning to buy the Sonia G brushes. I was actually thinking about that. But I have the older collection. So Sonia G is a Japanese brush lover. She's a connoisseur of brushes. And she came out with her own line. And they're now on Beautylish. She developed her brushes. I have... Where are they? I have this one, which is her fan brush. So I have the older line. And I just really did not like the handles. And now she has new handles where they're more tapered. And they're her pro style brushes. I don't know, Elle. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it, but I don't know. Like, I didn't love those brushes, so I'm not too sure yet. Elle also come and call me out. She's like, you exceeded your low buy limit. First of all, yes, I did. But second of all, how dare you? No, I did exceed my limit this month, and I'll get into that in my check-in video for February. But yeah, you right. You call me out. You identify more with your black side. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer this because I identify as Jamaican, and I know the Indian side of my family, but we don't like practice any Indian things. We're Jamaican, so it's just Jamaican through and through. There's no Indian specific thing or black specific thing. So I have an identity crisis apparently. But yeah, I identify as black. If you ask me what I am, I'm black, I'm Jamaican. That's really what it is. This one says that we'd be best friends. Would we though? Would we? Would we truly? Truly? You might meet me, get to know me, and be like, oh, hell no, I like this girl. I don't like her. I don't want to be friends with her at all. I am a very hard person to love unconditionally. But that's okay. We might be best friends. You never know. You never know. This is not an assumption. You speak your mind and that's it. You either like it or you don't. Girl, facts. You like it or you don't like it. I don't really care what you feel like. This one says I have a sweet side. I really want to have a sweet side. I really do. I really truly do. I don't know that that's true though. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Okay, next one says you have no problem telling somebody about themselves. You know. Me tell about yourself a real quick, proper, and listen, come to me sideways and say you're gonna tell about yourself. I'll tell you about yourself so quick. Okay, this one, nail on the head again. You were a tomboy growing up. Facts. Tomboy, roll around in the dirt. I was such a little dirty girl. You should have seen me. I climb tree, ride bicycle, run up and down. I was so in mud. I was so dirty. Every day I went in, they had to scour me from head to toe. I was a hot mess. I was such a tomboy. I loved it though. I loved every second of it. All right. You worked hard in your career and your wallet shows. Yeah, I work hard, yo. Through school, I never took less than 17 credits at any given time. And I had a part-time job. Like, I busted my whole ass. And you know what? I should reap the rewards and I'm okay with it. I am here for it. This one says you have a tattoo. I have a few tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm getting a 5th one, probably a 6th one. So yeah, I do have tattoos. You wear the pants in your relationship. No, and I don't want to. I need someone who's my equal. I don't want somebody who's going to dominate me, because who you talking to? Like, excuse you, I earn my keep. Thank you very much. But I do need somebody that's strong by my side. Like, we're a power couple. Like, we are powering through this. We got this. Like, I don't want to be the dominant one. Like, I don't need that. And no, I don't need that pressure. It's a lot to carry a family. No, that's a lot. I need a partner. I need a whole partner. Another one telling me some I don't want kids. Want to know about me? What do you know about me? Please and thanks. This one says your mouth gets you in trouble. Yep, probably. Probably, child. Those are all the assumptions that I have read about. Wait, no, I lie. On Twitter, this is from Carol. Carol, you mix up now. She says that I assume you're a freak. What is that supposed to mean? What's a freak? First of all, what's a freak? If you're talking about like blindfolds and hot wax and like restraints and that kind of stuff, no. I am really not into that at all. If you're talking about position and you are talking about a little bit of choking and a little bit of spanking and a lot of scratching, maybe. If you're talking about wherever, whenever, however, maybe. Okay, stop. All right, we're done. That's it. And the last assumption is from my husband, who is very eggs up enough. He said, what did you film today? First of all, okay, You know my life, but that is not the point. You cannot judge me because I told him I was filming and I didn't film anything. And I've been slacking on the filming thing because I just don't feel like it. And if I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna film. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Had some fun with it. It was a long one, so I hope you watched it in parts. Or you had like a marathon, which is cool because I've been gone for a minute, so it's okay for us to have a long video. I will leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, where you should be following me along. And if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have the questions for the Q&A, leave them down below in the comment section. Duh. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.